Hello, everybody, and welcome to Block Template Hashed Podcast, where we're going to talk about mining. Or pools and pools. Mining and pools. Pools you can't swim in, but I'm collecting the spice like a Fremen. Do you know the song?
No, I don't.
You
Thankfully, in Brazil, the songs, we only listen to the funk.
The Bitcoin Baron by YT Cracker. Anyway.
No, sorry.
We should ask him to do the intro song for us, the theme song, the anti-hash.
I don't know
who
this person is.
He's a rapper.
But then we have to play it.
He's a rapper, but he's like a computer rapper. He raps about computer stuff.
Then it's better.
No,
I wish I had more jokes.
No, you probably like it. He has two songs.
There are no jokes about Bitcoin, right? People don't do jokes, Bitcoin jokes.
Knock knock.
Like Bitcoin cartoons,
right?
And these things that are actually funny. No one does these things. They only do the memes. The memes are just, oh, I'm smarter than you because I bought Bitcoin, something like that. It's not funny.
But I have a Bitcoin. Knock knock.
I don't know how to play this meme. These jokes.
Yeah, to say
this
who's
doesn't
there.
exist in Brazil. Who's there?
It doesn't exist over here either. But we're all
Americans.
We're all Americans, yes. So knock knock.
Who's there?
Bitcoin.
Is that the joke?
Almost. I think you're supposed to say. I think you're supposed to say Bitcoin who.
Bitcoin who?
These nuts.
I didn't get it.
No, me neither.
Are you talking about the peanuts?
I'm trying. A peanut is not a nut. Did you know that?
Of course it is a nut. It's in the name.
It's not a nut. Look it up. The peanut is not a nut.
Yeah, I know. I think this is the kind of topic that college, not college, younger people talk about. Like they have these things about, oh, is the tomato a fruit, or
yes,
something.
or an olive. The olive.
The tomato is an olive.
Yes,
yeah.
The tomato is an olive. Okay, we're gonna redo this. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Block Template Hashed Podcast, where we're gonna talk about. I
don't believe you threw away our amazing intro.
Yes.
And you're just doing it again. And
yes.
You're gonna cut that part before.
Right.
Oh shit! We should sell this part then to the interested people.
Oh yes. That this is the extra content.
Yeah.
The super secret
extra content. If you support us on Patreon, you get access to this.
I'm just gonna probably leave in everything, and not edit a thing. So mining. So your sugar daddy decided to find another lover, in the form of some religious extremists. So how do you feel about that, fiatjaf?
Who is this sugar daddy? I don't know.
Yeah,
what's happening?
Your sugar
daddy. What are
daddy.
you talking about?
Your sugar daddy left you for
confused.
another lover.
Please explain.
In the form of a religious extremist.
Are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
You mean Luke?
Hello?
Luke Jr.?
Yes.
Hello?
What's going on?
I'm hearing you, but I don't understand what happened with the religious extremist thing.
Okay, so Jack Dorsey.
Oh,
yes.
Jack Dorsey is the sugar daddy.
Yes, Jack Dorsey is your sugar daddy, and he.
Oh, I see.
Leading a $6.2 million investment round into decentralized Bitcoin mining pool, Ocean.
I see.
So he's not the only investor.
I didn't even know he was involved in this.
Yeah, so
it's
he was.
It's interesting that his thing, the spiral thing, never gave any grants to Luke or hired Luke, even though Luke tried to get hired or to get a grant many times.
He did? Yeah, getting hired as well?
I don't know. In the beginning, the spiral thing was announced, and they were saying, "Oh, we are going to hire people to do some Bitcoin thing. If you're interested, message us." And then Luke was trying to message, and then he complained on Twitter that they didn't answer, and stuff like that.
I think they just ignored him.
Yes,
Yes.
they did it.
And I agree.
And all the other things, no one ever gave Luke a grant or anything, even though he's working on Bitcoin more than everybody else for many years.
Yes, okay, so I agree. So I agree that like there needs to be some way for Luke to get money to buy his private plane in order to put his entire family of 50 kids and travel.
Remember when he was talking to some car manufacturer to asking them to make a bigger car?
Yes. You have all these environmental hippies that are trying to like they want to ban private jets, and their picture of like a private jet is like some rich dude with like some trophy wife woman thing with only 2 people on the plane, and all I see is Luke Jr. with his 50 kids. Actually being able to travel by plane, only because he has a private one. Yeah. So, what's about Ocean? What's going on, fiatjaf?
I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't even know that Jack was involved or they had raised money.
Okay.
I think Luke always liked the mining stuff, right?
So apparently this mining
He
pool
wrote
has been
mining
there.
software.
Yes. Apparently this mining pool has been active since 2011.
No, it wasn't active.
Probably.
It was abandoned. They're
Probably.
relaunching it.
Okay. That makes sense. The main point of the novel thing here is because we already had like the Strand V2 stuff discussion going on, where the point with the Strand V2, or one of the things there, is that the particular miner can create its own block, because the only thing you need to coordinate actually is the Coinbase transaction, right? And you need to be sure it's a valid block. But as long as the Coinbase transaction is the same or valid according to the rules of the pool, it shouldn't necessarily matter what the rest of the content of the block is, except for the fact that you also kind of want everybody to optimize for revenue. Because if you have somebody creating empty blocks, then you're losing out on money. There are some weird quirks here and there. Anyway, the point here is
especially with the original stuff.
Yeah, I guess so. The thing here is, well, what about the actual Coinbase, right? Because now pools are custodial. They take the money and then they pay out people according to their shares. And the thing here is that the shares are, or the reward is paid out directly within the Coinbase. And if I read somewhere, because I did do a little bit of digging, so I'm not quite sure how it works, actually, because I didn't do enough of the digging. But from what I understand, it's just, it keeps track of your share in terms of work, in terms of a percentage. Do we need to explain how the shares work in a pool?
Yes, I think we should, because no one knows this.
Okay, so the thing
Me
with
included.
Really? Oh, so the thing with
I learned very recently, but I don't know the details.
it's just proof of work, right? But the difficulty target is different. Let's say, so what you do as a miner is you hashing, right? And you're trying to get a bunch of these leading zeros, which is very, very hard. So in the meantime, what you get is a whole bunch of non-valid
So
hashes.
you need 10 leading zeros, and then you get 5.
Yes,
and
you
then
get 5,
6.
and then you get 6, and then you get 7, and you
And
get
then
3.
can you submit these or to the
Yeah,
pool?
so you just
or
you
do
just
you get a
no, you just submit whatever you have. So I don't know, maybe barring the details, the point is you can do the same statistical analysis on whatever it is you're able to submit. Okay, so if you're able to, within a time span of like a minute, are able to submit like 3 different hashes with like 6 leading zeros, you're doing work, right?
Yeah.
You can make the same statistical analysis on the amount of work you're actually doing. And based on that, you can just see. So you do the same statistical analysis. You just do the same type of statistical analysis on whatever hashes the miners are able to produce in the meantime of finding the block. And
But in practice, do they? I've read somewhere that the pools set a different threshold for each miner. Like if you're a small miner, they give you a small threshold, and you
Yes.
have to complete that.
yes,
But it would be better if you like every minute you set the 2 best blocks that you found, the 2 best hashes you found on that minute or something, and then you get a real good picture, because otherwise you're still gambling.
what do you
Like
what
if
do
you
you
have
mean?
if you have a threshold to meet and you don't meet it, you're like your work was 0, right?
I think that but it has a practical consideration doing that, right? So you don't get
Yeah.
spammed to death.
The mining pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the miner sent all the blocks to the mining pool. All the hashes. No, that's why I said like you take an interval and the miner stores the best block they found for that interval.
But
and then-
that's actually what they're doing, right? Isn't it?
I don't know. That was asked. I was asking if for example you're a small miner and the actual block threshold is 10 zeros, and then the mining pool knows you're small and they give you the task of finding at least 2 zeros, and
Yes.
then you find 2 zeros and you send. But
Yes.
if you don't find 2 zeros, it's like you did no work. And if you find what if you find the 10 zeros? Then what happens? I don't know.
You get the block and then you submit it to the network and then get paid out by the pool.
But you get paid out as if you found the 2 zeros, because
Yes.
that was your goal.
No,
Yeah,
you're
that's-
not. Oh yes, you are. Yes.
Yeah, that's weird, right?
No.
That's
Why?
weird.
That's the whole point of a pool. Otherwise, you should be solo mining. I don't get it. What's that? These goddamn
But-
pool operators taking all my goddamn money while I'm finding a block. I found that block, motherfucker. It's my money. You're not getting it. What's the point?
Yeah, but
So-
then doesn't. Okay.
I think
So,
it's
for
a
example,
practical
if-
thing. Because
But
otherwise,
if your threshold is 2, like you're limited to getting 2. Doesn't matter if you increase your mining rate at that point, and you
No,
can
but then
also
you get a-
0.
no. So wait, yeah, okay.
If
So
you don't
if you're a small miner, the odds of finding, let's say, the 2 zeros, whatever, right, are relatively the same if you're like a miner that's 2 times as large, and then having to find whatever many zeros it is in relation to the linear difficulty
Okay.
difference, right? It's just a practical thing of if you put the threshold too low, then all the bigger miners are gonna dump like 1 trillion freaking hashes per second onto your server, because they're all meeting
No,
the
I'm not
threshold.
saying you should do that. I'm saying
And the
you
okay.
send us your best block every minute. So you hash, and you get a block that has 3 zeros in that minute. You send that to the mining pool. And then in the next minute, you do the same and you get a block that is 2
Yes,
zeros.
but then the
You send
variance
that.
is higher, right? So
And
you
then the guy that's mining a lot, they get 7 zeros, 8 zeros, and they send it. And that's it. So for that minute, you got 2, and the other guy got
Yes, but
7, and the other
but
guy
then-
got 1. So you get 2.
But then it's just more
so-
volatile. I don't get it. You want to have as high a resolution as you want, as you can get, right? But don't want your servers to be flooded.
Let's move to the next topic.
Okay, but I hope everybody
So
knows.
how does everybody understands how does OSHA work? I want to understand that. I don't know. They're not using the better hash thing Stratum V2, or are they?
They might, but that's not. So So our reward scheme is called Transparent Index of Distinct Extended Shares, TIDES. As blocks are being mined, they generate the reward by a weighted percentage of effort to the most recently found proof. So I think they're rolling over. I'm not quite sure. I think the payouts are in. They do an analysis on the work you're doing. It's transparent and everybody can check it or something. And then you get paid out when your Satoshi amount passes a threshold. And the current payout threshold is about 1 million sets.
Okay.
So I think that's what's going on. So they keep like an administration of the shares and the proofs and the shares and the stuff. And based on that, you know what your payout should be. And everybody knows what the payout of everybody else should be. And then according to some logic or rule said that gets translated into the Coinbase, where it gets spent. The Coinbase gets spent with like 100 outputs or 900 outputs or something. That's the thing.
I see.
So yeah.
So the other parts, they're not relevant. The only novelty is this.
I think so. Yes. Where then that would solve like a large part of the issue, because like then the I don't know to what extent pools being like custodians for money is an issue. Maybe also like in compliance legal stuff. If the idea of the ocean thing, because I'd have to look up how the transparent index of distinct extended shares actually works. But if it's something that is just its own little protocol, where if you just run the logic, everybody comes to the same conclusion. I don't know.
You have to get the hashes from everybody. Like every minute, all the pool members send their best block, like I was saying. Kinda. Probably not like that, but
to all the participants?
They have to send to all the participants, yeah.
Ah.
No, they send it to a blockchain.
I just recently watched. This is something in between. Just recently watched some blockchain guy. Blockchain. Are we gonna talk about my little blockchain of the state and organization?
No.
That's fair, because
we already talked about this. Yes.
Well, is that the episode that you didn't publish?
Didn't I publish an episode? I published all the episodes.
No. So there is an episode 24. Yes. There is an episode 24. So people think it's like there was nothing posted for more than 3 weeks. I was like, yes. But we should have actually had something in the meantime, but it just didn't get posted. So
why didn't you notice and told me?
Because I was on vacation.
You don't even listen to your own podcast. Do you have a podcast app on your phone?
I do.
You do?
Yes.
Which
yes. one? Fountain.
Oh shit! This is crap. Stop using it.
Yeah, well.
Why don't you use the antenna pod one? It's a million times better. You actually like it.
What kind of functions do I need other than like the feed?
Well, it must record the part you were before. Like when you start listening again next time.
It does that.
You can speed up the thing.
I don't do that.
You can have a query. I don't know how to say this. Like
so
an order.
What is
history?
So what is the letter?
It must be fast.
No, this is really simple. So you have the alphabet, right?
No, I'm not sure about that.
You don't know about the alphabet? So
What you talking about?
what is the letter between P and R?
Q.
Ah, there you go.
Oh, thank you. Now I know how to say it.
Yes, Q.
That was very good. That was very good. I will never forget.
So yeah, we're not gonna talk about freaking podcasting apps right now. We're gonna talk about mining.
To delete this part.
No, I'm not gonna delete everything.
We did talk.
Yes, that's
and
true.
There's nothing you can do about it except deleting it.
Okay. It should have been I'm sorry, everybody. That should have been its own separate topic. Because now you weren't able to skip it. So, haha! But,
if you were using Antenna Pod, you could have skipped it.
So is the mining, is there a problem in mining and mining pools, Mr. fiatjaf?
I think the KYC is worse.
Yeah, and they're a large percentage of the. I think they're a majority right now, right? They're above 51%.
Yeah. Yes.
Or like more rate KYC is like OFAC compliant thingy stuff.
I think just the KYC.
No, I think even the OFAC compliance thingy, they're above 50%. I'm not sure.
Yeah, and people don't launch new mining pools because network effects or something. But apparently today, like this week, we had 2 new mining pools launched. So that's a good thing.
Yeah. So I think it's not a problem as long as they don't start to censor other blocks made by other miners. I think currently we sort of won that battle, that there's no expectations of a miner not continuing or like ignoring particular blocks with particular transactions. Which is silly, right? I mean, if you're gonna if you're gonna impose anything, you'd have to impose that as well, right? You have to be consistent. If you're saying the pool or the block constructor, right, has agency in what it includes into its transactions and therefore a certain amount of responsibility, then you have to be consistent and say, well, then if putting transactions in your block is a choice, then building on top of another particular block is also a choice. Right? So why would the responsibility, the agency doesn't stop there, so why would the responsibility stop there?
Yes, because the government follows no logic. If it did, it would be doing many more evil things and many less evil things too.
Okay. So there is at net balance no notion of progression or regression in terms of government damage, because however competent or incompetent it gets
it's the same.
Both the good and the bad things are in the same ratio. Always. Yeah, that's interesting.
Although you have to do a scientific study, double blind, to find out. Okay.
So, which 2 civilizations are we going to put into the lab, fiatjaf?
The Curacao people.
Yes. And? Another island? Aruba?
Aruba.
Okay. Do Aruba and Curacao. And then we keep Bonaire as the baseline. That's something we don't do anything with.
No, I mean Bonaires. Never heard about that.
It's the B from the ABC. There are 3 islands.
Well, I didn't spot that in the map.
It's not particularly big, so. But you know it now, so that's great. People learn. People learn things in these podcasts. That's what happens.
I don't think most people know about these things, so they are actually learning.
What? So, do we have any problems with mining pools? Do we need the ocean things? Oh, you found it?
I found it.
You confirmed that it existed? Did you also
I
know that if
confirmed by looking.
Bonaire hides between the bushes on the map, the hit chances drop? Because
What about this other island? There's a bunch of islands here.
yes.
You should have gone to this too. Isla La Orchila. I think no one is living here. Oh no, there's an airport.
Are you gonna go through like all the freaking 1,000 islands that are in the region?
There are not so many.
Apparently, a lot
There's really no one here, and there's no airport.
Okay.
This is just something. No, it is an airport.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Google Maps Glaring Hashed Podcast with fiatjaf.
There's no one. There's just an airport. Okay.
People, okay.
What about
So people don't get the wrong idea. It's not as if I can see what fiatjaf is talking about. He's just totally doing his own thing right now. There's no screen sharing going on. I don't know what he has in front of him. I just hear vague clicking and.
Okay, next news item. Demand. Have you seen this?
No.
Do you understand it? You didn't see it?
Yes, I completely understand it. I've never seen it.
Okay, let me send you the link so you can explain to the audience.
Demand launches the first Stratum V2 Bitcoin mining pool. Wait, isn't Slush the first Stratum V2 mining pool?
There's
How
no
does that
Slush
work?
anymore. It's brains.
Oh, right. Yeah, okay. Right.
Well, I don't know. I think the Slash people, they were just, oh, we're gonna do it. You can do it, but we don't really care about it, or maybe something. I think no one was interested, maybe. And this guy, Alejandro de la Torre, who
Yeah.
made this demand thing. He used to work for another of these mining pools, right? I remember something. I think it's F2 pool or something.
Okay, so
He was-
currently it doesn't make any sense, right? Because
What
it says
doesn't make any sense.
currently demand exclusively caters to solo miners, providing them with the opportunity to find blocks independently, just like Bitcoin Core. I don't know. I think Bitcoin Core threw out the mining stuff. Did it?
Well, I've heard about this on our parent podcast, the Unhashed.
Yeah.
They talked about this, but they didn't explain. Like there are these mining pools that solo miners use, and this thing makes.
I think maybe because there's just no development going on. I don't think Core is doing anything with mining. I'm not sure. I don't think it's part of. I don't think it's part of Core anymore. Maybe it is. I don't know.
It is, but
So-
probably bad. Like
Yeah,
everything
so-
in Core.
So apparently that's why they need different software to mine, right? Because that's a silly thing. It's just like this is the primary function of fucking Bitcoin. This was what the fucking client did, right? And now it's like you need to. Now it's like a news item. You can mine Bitcoin. Did you
No.
know that? We have this permissionless system, and only after 14 years are you able to actually permissionlessly do it. No, so
but now it's becoming an actual pool.
yeah.
No?
So no, I think it's I don't know what the point is. So with China and our new solo mining pool, we aim to make home mining more attractive. Why not just make it blonde and give it big tits? Which should in fact help decentralize Bitcoin mining ecosystem and improve
I
the
don't know
health
what
of the
you're
Bitcoin
talking
network.
Are you reading?
I'm reading the freaking article. With Stratum V2 and our new solo mining pool, we
okay.
aim to make home mining more attractive. On which I said, why not just make it blonde and give it big tits? That's anyway, which should in effect help to. I know it's not a particularly good joke, but it's like more cruel if you have to make me go through it twice.
No, the joke wasn't the thing I wanted you to explain. I just wanted to know what you're reading. I had understood the joke, sorry.
Okay. To improve the health of the Bitcoin network overall. So
now, using this mining pool, you can build your own blocks using Stratum V2 and also you solo mine these blocks. And in the end, you only have to pay 1% to the mining pool. Is that it?
I hope
so you do
they're
everything. You do
I hope
everything.
they're not paying anything. I fucking hope nobody's paying anything to solo mine.
But he's saying, I think they are paying.
Oh, Jesus.
And now they don't even get the block template built for them. They have to build the block template because Stratum V2. But the guy is saying here that they will do pooled mining. Like, they're mining pool, so they should be doing pooled mining already, but... Okay.
Right.
Okay. You wanna go to another news item?
Yes.
Or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Has to be mining related, though, because I'm not done talking about mining.
No,
yes.
I hate mining. Remember when in the Hash podcast, every time they talked about mining, Ruben Sonsen would sleep and not comment anything. And then when they stopped talking about mining, Ruben Sonsen was super happy. Okay.
Why you don't like mining as a topic?
I like depends. It depends on the topic. It depends on I like mining more than other stuff. For example, eCash. I hate eCash.
Okay, so
Strike announced a partnership. I don't care about this.
So the thing is, I'm gonna do the sentence again. So with Stratum V2 and our new solo mining pool, we aim to make home mining more attractive, which should in effect help the centralized Bitcoin mining ecosystem. So does it? That's my question. Because there is something inherent to, if you are a marginal miner, you also have a marginal contribution. So isn't it like inherently marginal whatever the frick those home miners are doing, right? Because they have like 1 or 2 ASICs. And they're competing against like one factory that has like a billion of these ASICs. I don't know, like thousands of these ASICs. So it's like, yeah, it's cool if you have a whole bunch of people doing this, but it's gonna be, isn't it like inherently a marginal percent? Let's say if it's 10%. You need a whole lot of people with their home
doing
mining equipment thing.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, but what are they doing actually? They're solo mining?
Mining Bitcoin. No. Those people just, most people just join pools, right?
Yeah. But what you're asking is it home
does
mining
it actually
makes a difference?
Yes. Does it actually decentralize Bitcoin mining?
Well, it does, but to which extent, right? I think,
because there's a
I
power.
think there would be
power
much
factor
more.
here.
I think there would be much more home mining if it was possible. Like, because currently it's impossible to get the ASICs. The ASICs are very rare.
Are they? They're not rare anymore, dude.
They are. They're very rare. People
Okay.
don't get the ASICs. They have to buy like big shipments. That's why there are only super huge mining facilities.
Okay, so I guess that's true.
Like, you can't buy an ASIC and use it to hit your pool, something like that. And
Well, you can, but it's just
it's
not easy to get there. So yeah, okay. So here I have an offer here, and a minimal order quantity is 2,000 units.
So let's buy it. I'll take one, and I'll mine, and you take the others. And you fit them all in your cozy Hollandish apartment. Is there a word? Hollandish.
You just said it, so yeah.
Okay.
The thing what are we going to talk about with mining? I think
let's stop talking about mining.
Mining is a losing.
Another-
You're always gonna lose if you mine, right?
No, you're not. You're not going
yeah.
to always lose.
No, it's okay.
You can use stolen electricity.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Sure. Then you're probably gonna win. All you do is win, win, win.
Not if you buy a very expensive ASIC, like they sell in Brazil.
But the problem is they're all expensive, right? You need to, if you want to do good in mining, you have to time the mining price cycle thingy. I think I've explained this before, and then you can get them.
You shouldn't care about the price, but if you're relying on the price to be good, you should just buy Bitcoin and then sell Bitcoin and buy Bitcoin.
Yes.
If you can time, right?
No, but the point is you have to time. You have to time in order to buy the ASICs at the right moment when they're really cheap. That's and then you have your hardware and then you can start mining.
That's a
and
good
hope
idea.
that you
A
can-
good idea is that you buy things cheap and then you sell them when they're more expensive.
No, then you use them all the way up to the point that they're expensive, and then you sell the hardware. That's how you win with mining, and all the other ways you're probably gonna get wrecked.
That's how you win with everything.
That's true. No, I think the home mining thing, yeah, well, you can use it for heating, but then, you're just buying a really expensive heater. So is it worth that, right? It's an expensive heater that's probably going to break way quicker and sooner than any other type of fucking heater.
Especially if the water from your pool goes in it.
Yes.
Then it will break.
Yes. Because everybody knows fiatjaf pees in the pool, so...
No, I don't.
You're denying... Are you denying peeing in the pool, Mr. fiatjaf? We have it on camera, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have haphazardly talked about the ocean stuff. So hopefully the custody thing with mining pools. I don't know who cares about the fact that mining pools are custody.
Remember? No, I think the KYC is because of the custody. They also shut down the nodeless service. You know that?
Oh yeah. Can you talk about that? Because I was on vacation when that happened.
I don't know. I just know that the guy posted a note on Nostr saying that they're being investigated for money laundering or something. And it was a super small.
No, being a money transmitter, dude. Money transmitting dude. I think so. Yeah, I think it was just being a money transmitting dude.
No, I think it's money laundering or something. Yeah, and now that's good because now the guy can dedicate himself to making StarCraft casts.
That's also true. Yes,
yeah.
But
that kind of partly explains the revival of StarCraft that we were talking about.
Because all the Bitcoiners are getting shut down by government stuff.
And also, Wallet of Satoshi got shut down. I didn't read. I think it was only in the US.
Yes. Is this what we've become, fiatjaf? We're just vaguely something that ran through the back of our minds, and we just say the words and then hope something sticks. It's like, yeah, there was something with Wallet of Satoshi. On to the next topic. We assume you've also listened to all the podcasts, so we're not going to talk about the subjects. We're just going to bring them up.
Yeah, that's true.
You already know what's going on.
If you are interested, you already know. If you didn't know, then you're not interested, right? You're as much interested as I am.
Okay, so I knew this day would probably come, but didn't expect it so soon. I'm being investigated for running an illegal money transmission business in Canada, which is nodeless. See, it's being a money transmission guy.
Yeah.
It's not a particular small post, but I don't think... So what is nodeless?
It was this service. You could receive Lightning payments. Just that.
Okay. And did it
generates
host
the
anything?
invoices for you. Yeah, it took the money and the money was there, and then they sent the money to you on another place.
Ah, okay. Oh, okay. I see. So it was just, but then, so they didn't hold the money, quote unquote, for you, but they did kind of hold the money for you. They received the money and then gave it to you later.
Yeah. And he was trying to make it the period in which he held the money as short as possible, but
Okay.
no one cares about this. No one cares about this. It's just they put you on the gulag, and that's it.
Okay. Maybe, hopefully, he
Yeah, but I
has
think
access to StarCraft from the Gulag.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the torture. Like you have to play StarCraft all day, and then you get
Seriously?
that's
Is
the
that torture?
psychological.
Is
Is that the psychological torture? They break you mentally by forcing you to do that.
We have an opportunity to earn some money, fiatjaf. Do you want to earn some money?
Depends. Like what? I have to play StarCraft or not?
No, so you don't have to play StarCraft. So we have a live question coming in from Wrexham, and he asks, "What happens with the bearded man in a horse on December 5th?" Oh, he corrected. What happens with the bearded man on a horse on December 5th? Do you know the answer?
No. Is that the Santa Claus or something?
Yeah,
What happened to
Sinterklaas.
him?
I think it's
Is
his
that-
birthday is December 5th, right? Or is his birthday December 6th?
Huh?
No.
The Santa Claus birthday?
Yes?
No, that's Jesus' birthday.
No. December 5th is Jesus' birthday? I don't know. I was gonna bring on this topic, so apparently I'm just gonna rush it in right now. So chronology, that's the word I'm looking for. Chronology is apparently a thing within historical research, is to what extent do we actually know stuff happened in a certain moment in time, and events follow up, etc. Because this is a big problem in the Middle Ages, where it's like not really clear, and people use different measurements of time and different calendars and different ways of counting time, and and when I was listening to that, it's like it would be great if all that stuff had been timestamped into Bitcoin. Well, that's it. That's just it. Like we've talked about this before, and you can think, oh, that's super trivial, but no. It's really useful. It's just not useful now. It's useful in 100 years. That's the point.
Yeah.
So, do you know what happens with? Oh wait, I need to look this up.
With the Santa Claus? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't understand the question. What happened? Do you know?
So. When is his birthday? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
No one
If
knows
it's birthday
the
on the
birthday of
6th.
Santa Claus. The guy is an old man. Like his birthday was a long time ago.
I'm not sure. So anyway, on December 5th, it's Pakjesavond, and that means so presents night, and you sit in expectation, full of expectation. You're sitting at home, right? You've been a good kid, and then it gets dark pretty quickly. And when it's dark, then all of a sudden you hear like a loud noise. It's like on the door or like a window or something.
So someone is trying to rob your house or something.
Yes. Some black guy is trying to rob your house, and apparently he left a big bag of gifts. That's what happens.
That's your experience
God damn it.
of your Christmas experience. People used
So it's
to
not
do that.
Christmas. It's not Christmas. It's Sinterklaas.
Huh?
What?
This is not Christmas.
No, it's not
description
Christmas.
of
This is Sinterklaas. It's on December 5th. Christmas
December
is
5th?
later.
What? Are you trolling me?
No.
I have never heard of this. My childhood was scammed. I should have gotten more gifts.
Yes, you should have gotten more gifts. Okay, so Sinterklaas, he's like an old dude with a beard and a staff, and he lives in Spain, and his birthday is. Yes, he lives in Spain. His birthday is either on December 5th, I think, or December 6th. I'm not sure. But the whole point is that we're celebrating his birthday. So he comes in a few weeks in advance on a steamboat called the Pakjesboot. And on his steamship, he comes in and he has his helpers. They're called Black Pete. And together with his helpers, he brings the presents to the people their homes. So there are two things. So
if you don't have a home, you don't get a gift. Right?
No, you get kicked in the street. Yeah,
Okay.
by Sinterklaas. He's gonna beat you up. No, so so Sinterklaas comes to the country on a boat,
confused.
and then
So
there are two
he
things.
comes
So
from
you
England. That's it.
no from Spain. He lives in Spain. He's an
Sorry.
old man. He needs nice weather, right? He needs it to be sunny. I think going all the way to Curaçao is just a little bit too far, so he picked Spain. I think that's what's going on here. And then obviously Sinterklaas has like a big book, which is the big book of Sinterklaas. And there all the names of all the children are there, and he keeps a record of if they're well behaved or not. Because Zwarte Pieten, they're also spies, right? So during the year, you might be able to hear them, but you'll never be able to see them. Anyway, so he has a record if everybody's been a good kid or not, and if you've been a bad kid. So this used to be the thing, but everything is like sissified and like for wussies. So we don't want the bad parts anymore. Because we don't want to traumatize the kids. Well, actually, the point of this entire thing is to traumatize kids. I
thought this thing you're describing is the Christmas thing.
No, this is
What
Sinterklaas.
happens in Christmas?
You have a Christmas tree and you eat dinner.
And you don't get gifts from the Santa Claus.
No. We don't have a...
That's in
there's
Holland.
Yeah, so we don't have we don't have a.
But
St. Nicholas.
that Santa Claus thing is just in Holland, or saying this is everywhere?
Sinterklaas is actually pretty much everywhere on the European continent, all the way to the Caucasus, I think.
And no one gets gifts on Christmas.
I don't.
And the Santa Claus doesn't go.
Not in the American way, right? Where maybe other places they. So the emphasis here is really much on Sinterklaas in terms of like the gifts, and the whole gifts underneath the Christmas tree. It's like we're all Americans right now, so people do it, but it wasn't necessarily a thing. So you get, but the focus is on Sinterklaas, and so he keeps a record, and if you've been a bad kid, he'll abduct you. In a bag.
Really?
He'll put you in a bag and he'll abduct you and bring him with you to Spain. So that's the punishment if you're a bad kid. Or corporal punishment, they'll hit you with sticks.
But
so
how do you know
sticks.
what's allowed or not? Like how do you be a good kid? The rules are unclear, right? It's like the state. You can go to the gulag.
Yeah.
If you host a lightning payment provider.
Straight to jail. And if you're a good kid, then you get sweets and presents. And on the leading up phase, so he came into the country on his steamboat. And during those, I don't know how many weeks it is, but during those days, you can put your shoe in front of the hearth and put a carrot in it for his horse. Oh, he's on a horse also, right? So the Sinterklaas on a horse, and so you put like a carrot for the horse, and maybe write a letter with your wishes, and you sing a song in front of the hearth, and then at night Sinterklaas comes, or Zwarte Piet comes, his helper, and they go through the chimney. So Zwarte Piet goes
it's either him or his helper.
I think it's actually his helper, but he's like with them en route. He has to coordinate the things. But the Zwarte Piet goes through the chimney, and he like gets the carrot for the horse and takes the letter and then puts some sweets into your shoe. Oh, did I mention you put it in a shoe? So you
all these things, you were aware that all these things, they're known to me as the American Christmas, probably, right? All the
yes,
movies.
but that's fake. That's wrong. That's not true. This is Sinterklaas.
I think you are trolling me.
No,
Like
not actually
in Spain, does this guy go to Spain too? Like he is from Spain.
For us, he is from Spain. I don't know what
But
the
for
particular
them, for the
traditions.
Spanish, he comes from Holland.
Yeah, baby, yes. So it's a little bit different from but yes. So it's celebrated basically everywhere. It's very interesting to have like these rural. So in the Alps, because in the Alps you have like very isolated places, and they celebrate it there as well. But it's like it's all a bit different. It's around,
Yeah,
but it is all
can't
around
go
the
by
same.
boat, right? So it goes.
Yeah, it would be very weird
helicopter.
if you come on a steamboat inside the village of the Alps. And the helper is like different. It's more like some places it's more like a demon, or it's like
Nice.
more like an animal, or anyway. So
Why there's no mention of these in the movies?
because it's not American. Did
Why
you know?
no one has ever talked about this? For example, I heard about the name days. For example, do you have name days there?
Name days?
You don't know name days? And there are a bunch of countries
No.
in this continent of yours that they celebrate the name
Yeah.
days. Like today is the John Day, so everybody who's called John celebrates and
No.
there's like
This
a
is completely
birthday.
new to me. I've never heard of this before in my life.
Yeah,
ever.
in many countries this is more important. The name day is more important than the birthday.
I-
Okay.
This is I like this idea because it gives parents an incentive to name their children like normal things,
Yeah. If we had this in Brazil, like we
because the fucking names people give to their children, it's batshit insane. Anyway, so yeah, we probably have like a rename initiative. Like all the people with weird names, you're gonna lose your weird
call
name.
Napoleon, tell him to do it. Like all these
We're
names
not
you
gonna do
pick.
this shit.
Yeah, we're gonna
It's getting out of hand.
reset this thing.
It's getting out of hand.
Go to the government bureau something, and then you pick a new name, and you have to pick one from this list of 20 names. That's it.
Anyway, to finish up Sinterklaas, so that's like the leading up period where you put your shoe in front of the hearth. And then on Pakjesavond, he might come visit, or he might just drop off a big bag with presents at the front door. Or he comes in and visits, depending on if your parents hired a guy to put on a suit and a beard.
I see.
Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, that's it. And they're like
can
you
it
sing
be
songs.
your own father or something like that?
Yes, I'm not sure to what extent that's smart to get your own father to do it. Might be too easy to recognize. I'm not sure. So the thing with there's a lot of heated political debate stuff going around about this, about the Black Pete stuff and etc.
Because he's
Which is
black.
all very misguided. Yes, because he's black.
Oh.
Yeah.
So just
And
change it
it's-
to Orange Pete.
No, so yeah, so
And then
yes,
he gives
just
Bitcoin
change
to the
like a fucking hundreds, if not thousands of years old tradition to something else. No, the thing of the reason he's black is because of the soot, and the soot is like a consistent feature in all the places that it's celebrated in Europe.
Soot?
Soot, yes, so ashes, right? Ash from
Okay.
the chimney. So
Okay.
that makes you black.
I see. I see.
And it's probably like a fertility thing because in some celebrations it's I think the boys, they put on the suit on their face, and then they have to kiss a girl, and then when they kiss the girl on the cheeks or something, it leaves like the stain, a black stain. So it's like a fertility game there more, but it helps to disguise really, because if you make your face like pitch black, it's not very easy to recognize somebody if you put on a silly little hat and an outfit. So that helps to anonymize, because normally you would celebrate this in your village, so otherwise you'd know all the players. It's not like it's like neighbor Bob. No, that's Zwarte Piet. It's not neighbor Bob.
I see.
Are there any other things with Santa Claus? I don't know.
No.
Oh,
I'm going to search for it because I still don't believe. I think you just made this all up, which makes
there are
you...
documentaries. I'll send you there.
Oh, but did you live through
this?
this? Did this happen to you when you was a
What
kid?
do you mean? What happened? What happened?
This event. Did you celebrate this event every year?
Yes.
No, I don't believe it. I don't believe
Yes.
it. This is all fake, This is fake. You try to scam me.
just like stable coins.
Stable coins are definitely fake. Do you know anyone who have used a stable coin? No, you don't. You don't even have to answer. I answer for you.
So the Santa Claus is
How
modeled.
how does the Santa whatever guy, like, how does he speak Dutch if he's from Spain? No one explains these things. He's a fake.
Well, actually, he's Turkish.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's not like Turkish because it's like at that time it's like just like Middle East or the Mediterranean and stuff. But it's a holy dude from Turkey. I don't know what I think he was free. I think he freed slaves and gifted gifts or things. I don't remember what the thing is.
Oh,
So,
the guy existed.
It's that particular dude, I think so, yes. But the celebration is like far older. It's just the incorporation of Christianity into the celebration of making like, okay, it's Saint Nick.
This is
But
crazy.
it probably was like probably more like a Wodan figure or something, or Odin, if you're from Scandinavia. Probably something.
What
like
about
that.
it if you're from Holland?
Wodan.
Vodon. Never heard about this.
Wodan.
You're making it up again.
No, so you have Wodan or Wotan, and that's the same. That's like the same figure as Odin. And you
I
have,
see.
in Norse it's Thor, and in Dutch it's Odin. No,
No,
Donar.
no.
Sorry, it's Donar,
Okay.
and that's why it's Donderdag for us. It's Donardag, and I recently got through all these because there are some inconsistencies in, and it's Thor's Day in English, and it's
I see.
Donderdag, so Thursday and Donderdag's the same day. It's just the difference is
The name of
Thor
the
and
god.
Donar.
I
Yes,
see. Interesting.
yes. In any event,
For me, it's like
yeah, that's
in Portuguese.
Santa Claus.
It's the 5th day.
is that how they call it? 5th day? That's late.
Yeah, no, it's quinta, but it's like there's Sunday, which has a different name that I don't understand, and then there's the 2nd day, the 3rd day, the 4th day, the 5th day, and the 6th day, and then there's Saturday, which has a different name.
Wait,
It's all very
So-
logic.
so you have Sunday, but Sunday is the seventh day, right?
No, Sunday is the first day,
but it's not.
but it is here. The week
No, but
starts on
you-
Sunday. Sunday is the first day.
God
and then-
God didn't rest and then do a bunch of shit. He did a bunch of shit and then rested.
He rest first. So I only take 5 days to create this thing. I have 1 day to rest here still. I'm gonna. He rest first. Then he started on the 2nd day. He started doing things. Yeah. And then he ended on the 6th day. And then he still had 1 day to rest afterwards.
He doesn't. Now it's time for weekend. That's okay. Interesting. I didn't know that your days in the week were that boring. We have a combination of like Roman and Germanic stuff.
Yeah. Okay. At least our months they're the same. I think the same roots.
How much do you think Wrexham is gonna pay for our answer on Sinterklaas?
100 satoshis. I don't know. He's not going to pay anything. The payment's going to fail.
Like so, if I recall correctly, Santa Claus is modeled after Sinterklaas.
Well, to me, these two names they sound the same. So
yes, okay.
As far as I know,
so the American dude, right? What you know as Santa. So I'll just use Santa. That's a creation from Coca-Cola.
I know him from a very different name. Okay.
Okay,
it's called Father Christmas.
Okay. But the American Santa is a creation of Coca-Cola.
Yeah.
And I think it's modeled after Sinterklaas. And
yeah, probably. And then
but
they mix the two holidays.
No, Sinterklaas is not fat, right? He's not a fat guy. That's a big difference.
Yeah, because he didn't drink Coca-Cola every day.
Right, that's true. That's probably true. Yeah. That was some honest advertisement from Coca-Cola. Jeez. I don't know. I didn't know what happened there. I don't know. I don't have anything else on Sinterklaas. There is an interesting documentary. I don't know what it's. I think there is an English version or English subtitles. Probably out there. If I can find it. No, I can't find it. And there's nothing in the show notes for these episodes, so don't bother. We don't do show notes. What are we doing here? We're wasting our time, fiatjaf.
Okay, let's end this. This has been
the point is that we should never even started this thing.
No, we should. I actually like to learn about this story you just made up. You may have a future as a fiction writer. Yeah, I wasn't understanding. I was totally confused at the beginning, and now I'm just a little confused. Yeah.
Okay, and last chance. Any more details you want on Sinterklaas? His horse is white. He has a white horse.
No, I was going to ask. No, if the guy, if he acts in Turkey, like the Turkey, like Furkan is there in his Turkish house.
Yeah, so it's like, so that's the point. It's like he's not Turkish. He was born in Turkey, but then during that time, it's just like being. He lived in the Mediterranean Sea, and he was probably. So it's more like being Mediterranean than being Turkish. No, he's not bald. I think you don't know. He has a thing on his head. I don't know what you call it in English.
Yeah, I really want to search about this on the internet, but I think I won't find anything, which would be sad. And I'll have to conclude you are crazy.
No, you're gonna find a bunch of things.
I don't even know how to spell this thing.
The first thing you're going to find is probably a lot of shit about like the political debate around Black Pete. That's probably what you that's a thing now here. So unfortunately,
that should make a revival of Black Pete. Are people still doing this, or has the tradition died with your advent into this world?
No, so the people are still doing this. There was. Are you talking about the Black Pete?
Yeah, everything.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so just people still doing this, and people are still doing the Black Pete thing. I don't know. So all the formal and official things and stuff that's subsidized, they're not using Black Pete anymore.
Oh shit.
Because our cultural elites just decided on a fucking Wednesday that no, this is bad and we're not gonna do it anymore, right? Because that's how like cultural traditions and stuff, how that works. You can just top down decide.
Yeah, that's what
It's
the
like, oh, we're
government
not gonna
does.
do this anymore. So that happened. And I don't know what they're doing is like different colors or only, I don't know. And it's kind of shitty. And
Yeah, now Black Pete is not only black, he's also unemployed, so you can relate.
so where the
Is it better?
where it comes from is it's the combination of the making the face black and the caricature that Black Pete is, because he's dressed like a Moor. I think like 17th century clothing. So it's like the slavery connection is very easily made. Just that's because and it's his helper, right? So you could almost think that he's his slave. Anyway, so it's like the aesthetic might cause some issues, but it's not really a big deal. It's like why are you getting your knickers in a bunch because of this shit? And so yeah, people are still doing it, and I think that has like Black Pete has way more network effect and staying power and Lindy than all the bullshit that happened only a couple of years ago.
Okay.
But the biggest problem, it's like the undermining, is the fact that there is a discussion about it at all, right? Because it should be completely unassuming, right? Or assuming it just should be a state of just something you don't think about. It's the cultural water you live in, and the moment you start to reflect on it or deconstruct it, then you already broke the thing.
Yeah.
So they already broke the thing. They're all anyway. So but yeah, that's still going on. The debate's still going on, and but the Black Pete thing is also still going on. And you know what the funny thing is, in Curacao they also celebrate this. And I'm not sure that I think they make themselves black, so the black people also put on black. I'm not sure about that part, but what I do know is that they make their face white for Sinterklaas. so the black guy playing Sinterklaas, he makes his face white and then put on the beard, etc. Yeah. What's also very interesting. Oh, we didn't talk about this in the Curacao episode. So the most hilarious thing so they have like an obsession with Christmas apparently. And so they already had like Christmas decorations when I was there. So they had like a coconut with like a red nose and then like antlers and eyes. It was like a Christmas coconut. Like a reindeer Christmas coconut. And apparently they put also like antlers on their cars. And I was in a supermarket and they had like a TV screen in the supermarket.
So they have some
with some. Yes, they also have supermarkets there. With a TV screen, and on the TV screen there was like a television program of like cooking and recipes and stuff. And I think the program was about the Christmas dinner. And you know, like you know transitions when you go from one shot to another shot, you have like transition frame thing. So they had like a transition animation of like a snowflake going through, like a snowflake going through the screen. It's a Caribbean island where it never it's just 30 degrees always, and they're doing a Christmas dinner show and they have transitions with snowflakes.
Yeah, you laugh, but that's the reality here too. Like
seriously?
People do snowflake. No, I don't think they do that much, but they kind of do it a little bit. And they do all the, like, in the winter there's snow, and There's
Yes,
never
yes,
snow.
the songs.
There's never snow,
They
and
use the same songs, right?
No,
Oh, the weather outside is... Yeah, that's brilliant. I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So, anything else, Mr. Fiatjaf?
No. Well, at least they are in the winter, right? Because our Christmas here is in the summer, so it's worse. Okay.
How much seasons do you actually have? Do you
Seasons?
just have...
Like we
Yeah.
don't have any seasons. Like it's not.
Right.
But people talk about the seasons as if they were a thing, and there's some songs about it, and people talk about it on the TV. It's weird. It's retarded. That's what I'm saying.
But you only have like the two, like a rain season and a non-rain season, or?
I don't think we can distinguish it, but yeah, we do have a period of the year there's a lot of rain, and another period there's basically no rain. But no one talks about these as the seasons. Right.
Yeah, they're not like distinct as we have them over here, where it's
Yeah.
now 2 degrees and
Yeah.
snowy and wet and gray. It's all gray. I haven't seen the sun
Yeah,
for a week because it's just gray.
yeah. I mean,
It's like black. It's like pitch black, dark, and then in the morning it slowly goes to like gray, and then
yeah, you should go
very
to Curaçao
quickly.
every year now during the winter.
or just live there.
Did you think the idea of living there would be a good idea?
Well, I've considered it, so I've thought about it. Because my friend, the reason I was there was to visit a friend who moved to Curaçao.
What is the place that you went there?
There is only
city.
one place. There's
Yeah.
there's just
Yeah,
it's
but
not a big island.
What neighborhood?
I basically went to all parts of the island except the eastern
Okay.
part.
There's a big lake or something in the middle of the city. Is that it?
What do you mean?
There's a big lake, or it's like a big thing.
That's the port, right? I think.
Oh,
There. I don't know. Do you mean the Salt Lakes things?
no.
So that used to be one of the export.
Yeah, the
one of
port.
the products
yeah.
in
I'm
Curaçao.
talking about the port. Yeah, it's a big
Oh,
port.
okay.
A big port
Yes.
that stays in the middle.
So the
of
thing-
the city.
So this also should have been in the Curaçao episode, I guess, but whatever. So there is a very large oil refinery on Curaçao, but I don't think it's not doing anything right now. During World War II, Curaçao supplied like 70% of the oil for the Allies. But it's currently not doing anything, and it's huge terrain. Curaçao itself is not all that interesting economically. They used it for salt.
They have an ostrich farm. It's called Curaçao Ostrich Farm.
And obviously you gotta have an ostrich farm. So is Curaçao is now the noster capital of the world? Is that what's going on?
I don't know. Okay.
I'm gonna start a noster school on Curaçao. That's what I'm gonna. No, so I think the biggest practical problem is that I sweat a lot.
Like
And
everybody.
easy. No, not like everybody. No.
I think your body is just not used to the heat.
Also, yeah, well, that's a thing, but no, that's not how it works, right? That's just not how it works.
I
So
think it
I'm a very binary sweater.
I see.
So if my body activity and temperature and necessity for cooling goes above a certain threshold,
all
It's just-
the water in the world.
all the fucking floodgates go open.
I see.
And then it looks like I've just came out of the water with all my clothes on. And they're absolutely soaked.
And people were laughing at you, your friends.
I don't know. Maybe they were laughing at me. No, if I no. So if I start to be active, then I just get soaked, and I don't care. It doesn't bother me necessarily, but it might become impractical if I live there.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Yeah, you will have to walk naked, so you don't
Yes.
make all the clothes.
Probably. No, so I don't mind being soaked by sweat, right? Especially not if like the water temperature is 27 degrees all the freaking time and you can just walk into the water, into the sea, because it's everywhere, because it's an island. I have to admit it is a bit of paradise. I'm not sure if I'm also not very keen necessarily on emigrating and leaving my
Forest.
home country. Yes, also my forest needs maintenance. That's something I'm gonna be working on in the coming weeks. Doing forest maintenance. So I like that. I like the cold. I like cold more than heat. Sleeping is also like a thing. It's just freaking impossible to get like good night's sleep there.
Mm.
It's just too warm.
Yeah.
So probably not. Maybe, and I'm also I'm not really a person to go on vacation. So yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know if
Okay.
I'm gonna live there. Probably not. Anything else, Mr. fiatjaf?
No, nothing else. I think our listeners are happy with this.
Yes, you think Wrexham is being served well with the Sinterklaas content?
Yes, our only listener. Yeah.
I'm going to wait. There's one thing I'm going to do, and then I'm gonna look up the documentary.
Do you remember that Google Maps had a thing where you could like see the cities in 45 degrees, like it was a picture taken from some kind of vehicle, and not a satellite picture? You don't know, right? Okay.
No, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I also wasn't listening because I'm looking up.
I'm going to turn this recording off. Can we stop?
No, soon we're going to turn this recording off. It's I almost have the website. And then I'm not sure if there's like an English version. I'm gonna check
I think
that.
you should
This is
rush
the
because
best.
Audacity is telling me that I only can record for more 74 hours.
Oh,
Otherwise,
yes,
the
that
disc will be full.
Okay, so the title is Pagan Europe: My Encounter with the Devil.
Okay.
And you can buy it here, but so you probably should be able to download it illegally somewhere. Good luck with it. So Pagan Europe: My Encounters with the Devil. So this dude he got obsessed with the Sinterklaas-hashed, and every year he traveled to parts in Europe to be there and all these different types of celebrations going on, and he documented all of them. So yeah, so like it's pretty interesting. Yeah. And with that passing car, we can end it, I guess.
Okay.